All right, the Oscars have come and gone, and I watched the whole thing from start to finish. Lies! But I watched it in the best way possible. I'm going to watch it like this every single time. I can't believe people watch this show from front to back. I'll talk to Roka in a second. He did a live stream. God bless him. God bless him. How he sat through that for 3.5 hours. I watched an episode and a half of Peaky Blinders. No regrets. No regrets. Way more entertaining than half the piss that I saw from that ceremony. Timothy Chalamet dug himself a hole, and Michael B. Jordan, with an amazing performance, wins. Is it a shocker? Not from this show. We said it the other day. We thought it was exactly what was going to happen, and it did. But because of the great performance in general, is this going to be something that's going to be a problem? I'm already seeing it all over the place. Timothy Chalamet was the one who probably should have won, but his comments, it's biased, blah, 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 and it takes away from the great performance that Michael B. Jordan had. So we'll talk about that. There weren't any surprises, really, at all. At all. There was some, okay, that person won. I guess I'm surprised that they won because they deserved to win. And then, yeah, Roka can tell me what people said, because again, no regrets, fast forwarded through 75%. And God bless the DVR. I never liked the DVR person who invented the DVR more than last night. So we'll discuss that and more on this show. Okay, let's get into it. It is the Monday show, Kristian Harloff Show, with myself and John Roka. Let's do it. Are you ready? Yeah, me too.
Did you shit in there?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Joining me on the John Roka is here, recovering from a 5.5 hour live stream, which I don't know how you did that. God bless you. God bless. I'm sure it was worth it, super chat wise and everything too. But I can't believe that you sat through that for that long to watch that show.
Me and you couldn't disagree more on this. I had a great time, enjoyed the hell out of it, loved it. It's one of my favorite nights of the year is the Oscars, because I love film so much, and they celebrate film, and I had a great time.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I love films. I know you're being cool to be anti-Oscars, but I love the Oscars. And it's cool to me. So,
you took a shot. You said I love film. So do I.
I do. I wasn't taking a shot. Don't read things into that. I'm just saying I love film, and that's one night of the year where we get to celebrate film. So yeah.
Fair. All right.
I loved it.
But I'm telling you, I watched it too. I just watched it.
I know you did. I heard you.
Possible. Last night I got back. I went to dinner with the family, and I was like not stressing at all. I shut my social media off. I didn't want to be spoiled. I wanted to learn who won in my real time. Yeah. So I had watched already. I said I wanted to finish the first episode of Peaky Blinders. I did that. Then I watched Peaky Blinders episode 2. I gave myself enough back time on the broadcast. And then let me ask you, what are some of the things that you think I watched in full? And I'll see how well you know me. I watched a few things in full. I watched a couple speeches in full, and I've watched quite a few things in full. What can you?
I hope you watched the opening in full,
100%.
The weapons opening, because that was really funny.
I did.
I think you probably watched the In Memoriam in full. That was probably a beautiful thing.
100%.
I think you watched Michael B. Jordan's speech in full.
100%. You know me pretty well. You know me pretty well.
Yes. I think you watched Ryan Coogler's speech when he won for Best Adapted Screenplay.
I did.
Or Best Original Screenplay, sorry.
You missed the one that you know. You're missing one.
And Best Picture, of course. I'm sure you watched the Best Picture.
I didn't watch the full speech.
Oh, you didn't watch full? Okay. What about Jesse Buckley? Did you watch the Jesse Buckley?
Okay. Yeah. And then I watched Amy Madigan.
Oh yes, Amy Madigan, which was great.
And I watched the full musical act of Sinners. It's one of the best musical acts.
That was amazing.
One of the best musical acts that I wanted to be in the crowd. I would have sat there for 4 hours for the whole show just to watch that.
I agree. I was surprised how much real estate they gave that film, considering it didn't win Best Picture. I was really surprised. There was a whole sequence, man.
So let's talk about that, because Scott Mance does this every year. I love him.
What do you mean?
But he listens to chatter and everything too, and he's like,
"Of course,
oh my God, Sinners going to win?" And I won't. No, there's no world where Sinners is going to win Best Picture. It's just not. And everyone's like, "Well, it got so many nominations." Okay, so did One Battle. And it's like and we'll discuss the Timothy Chalamet of it all in just a little bit. But normally the math lines up that when you're winning a particular amount of awards throughout
yeah.
the season,
Yeah, right.
your chances are pretty good unless you say stupid shit that gets you, that piss people off, right?
Right.
PTA and the crew did not do that. So they were
No.
continuing. They only had like 2 less than Sinners.
Yeah.
So I said one battle wins and it wins easy. And on Twitter, like PTA and Leo are such favorites. Shut up, stupid. They won. Right?
Yeah.
I knew that they would win. But we'll get into Michael B. Jordan stuff. But did you have any doubt that one battle was going to win?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, because of the 16 nominations, and also because it felt like the tide was turning a little bit recently with some of the coverage, some of the conversations, and especially when Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor, I was like, oh, wait a minute. But when PTA won Best Director, then I was just a little bit more like, well, maybe one battle win. Also, as the night went on, Sinners wasn't winning a lot of those categories. And so to me, that's when I was like, okay, these votes were in before the coverage felt like it turned towards predicting that Sinners was going to win Best Picture. So sometimes stuff is locked in before, the momentum shift, or you sense the momentum shifts, and you have people at these sites say like, oh, this film is definitely going to upset, blah, blah, blah. And we've seen Moonlight upsetting La La Land. So it has happened.
Sure.
But this was clearly people felt very strongly about one.
Moonlight was winning throughout the night and was winning stuff throughout the night.
That's when you were like, okay, it is possible.
It's possible. Sure. You know where my mind would have went. Maybe they're not going to win.
Yeah.
There's one category in particular that if they would have lost that, I would have like, wait a minute. And then they might lose it. It wasn't Michael B. Jordan because of the Timothy Chalamet side of it.
Right.
Do you want to guess which one I thought? I was like, okay, if they lose, if they lose
Best Director,
no
Best Director, okay,
no casting.
But Sinners won casting.
Sinners did not win casting.
Oh, one battle left.
Battle won casting.
Yeah. That's a great point.
When that happened,
yes, you're right. Yeah,
when that happened, that to me went all right because that to me went into the psyche of the voters.
Yep.
And I went, okay, it's a lock now. Once casting won in that new category, I said it's a lock because it just goes into the psyche of the voting itself.
No, you're right. I was kind of surprised by that too because so many people have been talked about MBJ, Musaku, Delroy Lindo's surprising nomination. I thought, okay, the Academy maybe is leaning towards that area, but then one battle, one casting. You're right. If you watch my reaction, which is there, I was like, oh, okay, all right, this might be a little bit different now. So
and that was it. So all right, so when we started the show itself, look, Conan's he's a good host.
That was a great start, man.
Good start. I mean, you knew that he was going to do that kind of, and he didn't do he didn't play the vampire himself, but he played the version of Amy Madigan's category, which people thought he was going to do. I thought they played that really well. It was a nice way to introduce it and get in there. But I'll tell you, I guess we could dive into it.
Sure.
The second he started going after Chalamet,
because
Chalamet knew. You're sitting in the front row like that.
Yeah.
He knew if there was one person that shouldn't have shown up, it wasn't Sean Penn. It was Chalamet.
So many unnecessary shots all night, man. I was so mad. He's a young kid, man. It's so sanctimonious. Fuck those guys, man.
I'm with you on it. They went after him so badly because he was the whipping boy. He was the whipping boy for what they did there and what happened with the whole thing that he did. And look, you open your mouth, you pay the price. I can speak on that. Speak on that. You got to take the shots that come after it. But we'll dive into deeper whether or not it should have affected his performance and all that. But it wasn't just him. The Safdie thing didn't help. Marty Supreme, when you listened, and they were trying to be polite, but it was so obvious. Anytime Marty Supreme came up or he came up, it was like,
it was tepid applause at best. I agree. Tepid applause at best.
Yeah.
I see some people in the chat going, he's 30. To me, he's a kid. At my age, he's a kid. And all of you who are 30s, you're kids. You don't know your kids. You're kids to us. And when you get to be ours, you'll know. And the thing is, and he's not like, and the thing is, I don't understand the shots that are being taken because, like, we know this, you and I know this, and maybe I'll speak from my own point of view. Nobody talks more shit about people's work and about other people in Hollywood than people in Hollywood.
100%.
So the sanctimonious nature that they're like, how dare he criticize these things when behind the scenes at parties with their friends in their hangouts, They're all jealous. They're all talking shit about each other. They're all take crap about each other's projects. When Nathan Lane was on The View, there's no more bitchy queen than Nathan Lane. I know that personally from friends who know him.
His
And he
comments,
talks all kinds of shit about stuff and about projects and about people's work and about them. And so to me, it was really sanctimonious to come after Chalamet like this. And I just thought it was ridiculous. And
he opened himself up. He opened himself up.
He did.
I think that the problem was because look, when the voting itself happened, it was probably a week before these comments even came out, what people will say, but it doesn't take away from the fact people were already getting tired of his thing.
Yes.
I am not one of those people. I haven't, like I said,
I agree.
When he was up there talking about wanting to be one of the best, that pissed people off when he was talking about other things, diving into the Marty Supreme side of it and being a little arrogant and things, pissing people off, walking around with a Kardashian or a Jenner, whatever, on your arm, whether it's right or wrong, pisses people off. Is he more of a celebrity as an actor? It's pissing those people off. They even said it in those, those anonymous interviews. I'm not voting for that guy. He's a dick. It's like, did you like his performance? I didn't see the movie. It's like, he was done. He was done before it even started. Like I said it the other day when I was talking to Winston and Chris, I said, look, overall performance, and I don't want to take away from Michael B. Jordan's performance, because if Timothy Chalamet, this is one of the reasons why I wish Timothy Chalamet would have stayed quiet and just let it run.
Agreed.
Because if Michael B. Jordan would have won without any of this, you go, okay, I get it. The guy was brilliant in Sinners. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
And the fact that he won is great. But I hate the fact that now I knew it. I knew that once he won, everyone's like, but Timothy sunk himself. It should have been Timothy.
Yeah.
Takes away from him. Takes away from Michael.
Well, the thing is, the comments came out. The comments were made before the voting ended. The comments went viral after the voting ended. So
people already saw it and they knew it.
Yeah, people already saw that conversation. That was in February. The votes didn't stop until I think the first week of March was when the final voting happened. But those comments with McConaughey were back in February. Okay, so the community knew about the comments that he had made. Stuff had just gone viral. But I agree with you. The whole campaign was a big misstep. Clearly, the rap video, all this stuff. I loved it like you. I like Chalamet's arrogance or confidence rather. Confidence is what leads you to success. Okay. You have to be confident in yourself to achieve these things. Everybody wants everybody to be Tom Hanks. That's not possible. Shall I show you 10 episodes of The Last Dance? When you believe in yourself, you push yourself. If you back it up, and Chalamet backs it up with every performance, then what are you complaining about? I think most people hate it because he's doing what they can't do. He's doing what they can't do. He has confidence and he delivers.
He's younger, and so look, and that's partially it. Yeah. But right now, and not they're both really talented. But right now, Michael B. Jordan is the far more likable person.
100%. Even his speech was so humble.
Listen, I've interviewed him. He's a wonderful human being.
Yes, he is.
He's a wonderful human being, and you root for him. You root for him, and he's great in everything he does, and his collaborations with Kruger are great. And someone's like, he deserved to win. Yeah. But the problem is, again, whether, and this is like PLD, and I'm going to ask him because he said something. It's either stupid or I understand what he's saying. He's like, I thought he was a lock regardless. Did you think he was a lock after the comments? Because if you think he was a lock before the comments, I would never go to Las Vegas with you ever, because it's the same way that you talk about what we just said with one battle after another. Up until he started to talk more and be more arrogant, he was winning everything.
Yeah, exactly. He was
winning everything. Then he started to talk, and then he loses the actor award. He loses, and you're like, well, wait a minute.
The BAFTA?
Right. So if PLD thought it was a lock going into the ceremony, I don't necessarily disagree, because I said it on Friday that I think Michael B. Jordan will win, because I think all the Academy, and it was clear from the speeches and everything else, and the way people were laughing at him and mocking the butt drum and all this shit. He was screwed. There's no way he was going to win.
Yeah.
But okay, so PLD says after the comments, I agree. I agree.
Oh, sure. That's
after
really
the comment,
easy.
sure. After Friday, sure. You can go. Putting a bet on Michael B. Jordan on Friday was a smart move.
Right. To me, it's like I don't think Michael B. Jordan, I don't think his victory, nothing should be taken away from him.
No, it shouldn't.
Because to me, it's like two great players, and it's like golf. Someone hits the ball in the hole in a critical playoff and they win. That's how close they were. His campaign throughout, in essence, was him hitting bogeys, him making mistakes. Kristian, you have done the Shimoda, you've been there. You see where people go all the way to the end. Dan Murrell and Ethan Irwin, that match that went like quadruple 30 overtime rounds.
Yeah.
That's how close it was. But in the end, Dan beat Ethan. And so it's the same thing here. In the end, they were both equally great. But it was that little thing Chalamet did that affected it. And that's life.
A campaigning is campaigning. There's a reason why they campaign. Michael B. Jordan did it better.
Yes,
Michael 100%. B. Jordan did it better. So it's
and that matters.
Yeah, it does. And look,
unfortunately,
it does in that whatever you think as far as performance goes, because I think that without the comments and Michael B. Jordan wins, like, yeah, I get it. It makes sense. I wouldn't be going, oh man, now he's going to have to deal with this. No, he deserved it. Now he still deserves it.
And he totally deserves it.
Still deserves it, but I just hate it for him that it's got that he's not going to care. But like the fact that that's there, you know, oh, did I really win? You know, did that affect it? It's like he was the standing ovation that he got. You could see that people were just they were happy that he won for him, and they were also happy they won because Chalamet didn't.
Yes, right. And I think that was in retrospect, I think you can say that was in for quite some time, because watching the reaction when he won at the Actor Awards, which is really where Chalamet should have won because he won last year,
right?
You know, for A Complete Unknown. And so the fact that that was what turned me. When I saw how the reaction to Michael B winning at the Actor Awards, I was like, okay, because the actors are the largest voting body, I believe, within the voting body of the Academy. And so I was like, okay, so that's going to be possibly an indication that MBJ will win. So I thought that was more of a possibility than Sinners beating One Bad Laugh Another for Best Picture, because of that night.
Maybe
and I don't think the comments, I think that's for like other people to discuss for a few days, but it's so undeniable what MBJ did that he'll overcome that, and anybody will overcome that.
Yeah, but this is the Mel does reviews, who I love, and she's here every day. Says, you don't have to hate him for it. He's good. I do hate it for him. I'm sorry. You don't have to hate it for him, but I do. And I'll tell you why, whether he's good or not, is because the fact now that today, what we should be celebrating is how great he was in the movie.
Yes.
And why, what an upset, or not what an upset. Like, look, he did it. As opposed to everybody, you know, talking about Timothée Chalamet and making photos of him. And he's the conversation when Michael B. Jordan should be the conversation.
I agree.
That is why I hate that for him. So Mel, again, you don't have to, but I do. So, and I just don't like when people do that, though. And I love you, Mel, but when it comes to that, don't tell me that I shouldn't. I do. I hate that for him. I think it sucks. I think he deserved to win. But I hate that it happened in this fashion. Yeah.
You can hate how it happened, but you can be happy that it did, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's the truth in this situation. And you know what? I think, as you said, I think he delivered a great, humbled speech. And then I think a lot of people are excited to work with him even more now after that speech. And
he comes out the winner no matter what.
100%.
He comes out the winner no matter what. And he did it right. He goes to In and Out afterwards with his Oscar, and it's like the guy
was great.
He is the undisputed champion right now.
Yeah.
Regardless if you think, you know, oh, well, maybe if the judge didn't take a point away, doesn't matter. He's the champ.
Yeah.
He's the champ. And he did it right. And he's going to continue his image, regardless of, even if I hate this for him today. Right. Mel's right in the fact that he's good because he's going to, like you said, everyone's going to want to work with him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to want to talk about him more. Chalamet's comments elevated him more than anything else. His speech was magnificent. And he was in a damn good movie.
Yeah. And by the way, both of them are going to be just fine. Timothy is also going to keep working because he delivers when he's on screen. Who else would have taken Wonka to $600 million worldwide, for God's sake?
But to take a page out of your book, that was before that was before everyone turned on him.
Yeah, but I don't think artists don't care about that crap if you're good. Look, the Bulls got Rodman on the team, even though he was the one smacking Jordan around the lane the whole time. It's a matter of, can you deliver for me when I hire you? Right. And Chalamet will be able to. And don't be surprised if he shows up in a Ryan Coogler movie, in a PTA movie. Don't be surprised. And Chalamet is a hell of a talent.
And Dune 3 will be just fine.
Yeah, Dune 3 would be fine.
Be just fine.
How many opera ballet people are not going to go see Dune 3?
Like but what he needs to do right now is he needs to go off the grid for a little bit.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Just
Chill out. Do his
go off the
thing.
grid for a little bit. Just do your thing.
Live your life.
Yeah. Don't, and people ask you about it. Come up with a good. I'm sure he had a speech that he was going to say something if he won.
Yeah.
Stay away and now be a little bit more conscious when you're doing your speeches and things too, because if those comments are made, if he's buddies with you and he's in a room and no cameras are on, he's just like, look, I hope theater doesn't what happens with ballet and opera,
right?
People aren't rushing out the way that they were in the 30s and everything too. No one bats an eye in that room when he says it. It's that he's on camera, he comes off as arrogant, he's dismissing a profession, and he's because he's in the public eye and a younger generation follows him. Words matter.
Yeah. Of course, the effects of that will be there to a degree. Yeah, but I don't think it'll be an issue at all.
Not for the long term.
Yeah. I agree with you. He should just go chill. I mean, I was surprised he didn't do a follow-up interview to apologize or anything. I was really surprised he didn't do that. I mean, Jessie Buckley got crap for the Cats comment, and she immediately went on Tonight Show and was like, "I just want to make it clear, I like cats. It was a situation with my boyfriend. It was unique."
Which was that?
She had said in an interview, I think with the UK outlet, like she made her boyfriend when they got together. She wasn't a big fan of cats.
Oh.
And she made her boyfriend get rid of his cats to be with her.
Right.
And they're still together. Remember, she gave him tribute last night. But like, that's their business. That's their relationship. People are like, oh, she hates cats. She wants to kill cats.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So like, guess what, guys? I'm not a big cat person either. Right? I ain't running. I'm not trying to go for Oscars and everything else too. But I don't love cats. I don't, not a cat person. I'm a dog person. I love dogs. There are a lot of people like that. But again, when everyone's looking at you.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
And everybody gets offended at everything, and everybody's looking to knock you down if you got more than them. That's how it works. I'll tell you someone that pissed me off last night. You want to guess who? There's somebody in particular who pissed me off last night. I don't know if you're gonna be able to guess, but let's see if you can guess.
I don't know, because I thought about you in a couple of the political speeches.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I don't even know if there were any because I fast forwarded through most of it. So
the best international feature certainly made very powerful comments. Jimmy Kimmel came in and made some comments.
Kimmel, I thought now it's part of his thing. Kimmel has an ongoing feud with the president of the United States.
Yes, he does.
When he speaks, you expect him to do that. Now it's part of his shtick. So and that no, not him. He either like
the
Kimmel.
Bridesmaids, the bridesmaid stuff.
No, Bridesmaids. I watched that. That's another one that I watched. I watched that whole thing. No,
Okay. Who pissed you off then?
Culkin pissed me off.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
How dare you?
He is the cocky one. They should be coming after.
And he does the same shit in every movie he's in.
Yes, he does.
He never changes anything. He does the same fucking. He's just the cocky, arrogant guy in every movie. How dare you? Whether Sean Penn didn't show up or not.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a no-show. Let Conan say it as he did.
Yeah.
Well, oh shit, he's a no-show. Why is he a no-show? In what right does Culkin have to say, oh, or just didn't want to show up? We'll accept it. Who are you, guy? Who are you? You won last year.
You are a gnat on the shit pile of Hollywood. Like, it just to me is like so mind-blowing that he would say stuff like that about.
How dare you?
Look, a very well-established and accomplished actor. I don't think Culkin deserved his Oscar last year, but like, you got the chance to present it and you say something nice, like gracious about him. But he was like trying to calm the audience down, their reaction, so he could get his little shot in, his little bit in. And I agree. He's the guy that should be coming after, not fucking Chalamet. It should be Culkin who's the arrogant little prick out there in Hollywood that people should be destroying and not wanting to work with.
People happen to really love him, though.
I know. A lot of stuff. Some people get away with that shit, man.
But I also think that I think it comes off across more with him. It comes across more when he's presenting. You either really like that shtick or you don't. I don't think that transfers over in his work. I think that, I think people really that work with him like him. I think people who know him really like him. And I don't have anything against. I just didn't like that he did that because it's not his place. That's not
an extension of who he is. That's what frustrates.
That's not his place to do it.
I agree.
Conan did. He said there's no show. Then you go, what? It does not surprise me that Sean Penn was supposed to be there and didn't show up and won. It was one of my favorite moments of the night.
Yeah, I
That
have
he
a
won.
friend who is a producer on one of the award shows, and I texted her and was like, "Oh, well, wow, he didn't show up." And she told me that they had tried really hard to get him to show up to their ceremony. They even said, "We will just bring you, we'll put you up. We'll take a car. We'll bring you 2 minutes before your category is going to be announced. You can sit in the audience, and if you win, you go up your speech, and we'll take you down. If you don't win, then as soon as whoever wins finishes the speech, we'll take you back to your hotel." And he still didn't do it. I just don't think he likes award shows. He's just one of those people that doesn't care.
He does.
Brando was that way. There are just people who
No,
just don't
and
care about
the
this stuff, man.
campaigning he did
Yeah.
this year at all was
It
for
yeah.
PTA.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah,
loves
100%.
PTA. He's a major fan of PTA, and he did that
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
He's tired of the jokes when people are telling me he's
Yeah.
Nikki Glass is telling me he looks like a leather handbag when he shows up
Right.
to things. Like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. It's like, and he won. And
Yeah.
I don't think he really cares. And
You
I
yeah.
like that. I like that because I think it also plays into the fact that's the guy that should have won.
Yes,
If a Lordy would have
100%.
won, I would have been like, okay. I thought those
Right.
are the two out of everyone that was nominated, all great performances. I just
Right.
thought that those two were the most outside of their comfort zones.
I agree. I was frustrated. Like Jeff and I battled about this on Hot Mic. I said to him Sean Penn was going to win, and Jeff for months was saying, "No way, it's not that great of a performance. It's
That's
not an
crazy.
Oscar-worthy performance."
That's crazy.
And I was like, "Are you insane?" He was like, "Benicio did better in that movie," and I could not understand how anyone can say that. Like Benicio did a great job in the role he had, but it's a fun, enjoyable role. It's not that challenging.
Yeah.
What Sean Penn did, that was effing challenging. That to bring that
I
character to
agree.
life, to make him
I'm with you.
interesting, even though his ugliness is horrific, to
Yeah.
make him interesting, I thought was fascinating. And yeah, I agree. Him not showing up, that's his way of pushing back. He's got a right to do
The
that.
most
You know who
Sean
else
Penn-
didn't want to be there?
Who?
DiCaprio. 1000%.
He was over it. Yeah, he was
DiCaprio
over it.
did not want to be there.
No,
man.
he was over
You
it. too.
could
I
see
mean,
all the
it was
jokes they
talked about
did.
at the time. Someone said it in the comments, and I never thought I'd hear myself say this. They
Yeah.
said that the Golden Globe show was much better. I 100% agree. I think it was more fun.
Ooh,
I think it moved better. Minus the
maybe. You probably might be right.
but I'll tell you what was great.
Mhm.
Like I said, the musical bit, Sinners. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I wasn't extremely emotional during the memorial thing.
Of course. Me too. You could see it on camera. I was crying.
The open with Billy Crystal and
Yeah.
Rob Reiner and everybody coming out and showing respect to the people that have worked with him in the past, and Meg Ryan and Cusack and everybody coming out and everybody doing
Yeah.
that, and then leading into how many great people throughout the business that we lost. It was insane. And then the Barbara Streisand stuff and everything.
That was great.
It was powerful. It was powerful.
Yeah.
And so like that you're not my hand is nowhere near the remote at that time, because that's just, to me, that's respect.
I think that's the greatest in memoriam we've ever seen in any ceremony ever. I mean, it's the way it was constructed and mapped out, and
Yeah, it
the
was
way that the emotions went. I mean, having all those former actors of his from previous films walk out to join Crystal. I was a little bummed that Meg didn't get a chance to speak, but Billy Crystal was his best friend for decades. So, but having them all come out, I thought was really great. I thought Rachel McAdams tried to keep
it was
it
good
together.
too. Yeah.
She talked about
Diane
Diane
Keaton.
Keaton
Yeah,
because a
that was
lot
good.
of female
Yeah.
actresses loved her. And then, of course, Barbara Streisand. I thought it was great, really great, the way it was all delivered and handled.
It was. So,
yeah.
There were no surprises last night. I mean, the only thing, like Amy Madigan, I thought that I'll tell you who won me over though. Again,
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Because I told you I didn't love her performance in the movie, and I thought that Tiana Taylor, I thought that I thought her performance was good. I think it was Oscar worthy, but I thought she was going to win because I thought her campaigning, everything else too. She has just won me over with how enthusiastic, and how loving she is with her fellow people. She puts PTA in a headlock on the way up, and you could just I was like, oh, I'm a fan. I'm a fan now, of her. I thought Amy Madigan should win. I'll tell you though, the person that should have won wasn't nominated.
Okay.
Chase Infinity should have been nominated.
I agree for best supporting actress. 100%.
She was shut out of it because there's no world Chase Infinity on our first movie is going to beat Jessie Buckley in one of the greatest performances in the last 10 years.
Right.
And you're and it's not even a lead actress performance. What in the world were her team? What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
I think they thought that would bring her more attention. And maybe they felt like, well, we don't want her competing with Tiana. So we'll move her to Best Actress.
Benicio and Sean didn't have a problem.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was a ridiculous
Sean
move.
Penn
It was category
could have been
5.
a lead actor over Chase Infinity beating a lead actress.
Probably you could make the case. I agree with you 100%.
They have the same amount of screen time. And
he's in more of the movie.
100%. And his storyline is even more focused on than hers. She was so good. She wins the award if she gets nominated for that. She wins. I don't think and Amy Madigan was amazing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think she wins. I can't believe that they did that. I thought that they cost her the Oscar by doing that.
Sure. I mean, but she's young. There'll be opportunities.
I hope so.
She looked
great
really want to work with her.
Great. She looked great. She was she was how thankful and happy she was during the casting award.
Great presentation.
And, my God, it was great. She's so, I mean, listen, the second she pops on screen, you know, that's a star. That is a really, that's a star. And
wait, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So what were you going to say?
Someone says it wasn't a supporting role though. Yes, it was.
Crazy.
What are you insane?
The movie was about her.
She doesn't come in and for an hour and a half into the movie.
Yeah. And so it's not about Sean Penn then?
Yeah, right.
So Sean Penn that makes no sense. She's not the lead actress of that movie. She's not.
There is no lead actress in that movie. Everyone
I'll
is
tell
supporting.
you what. If she was in more of the movie, Taylor would have been
right. If we had seen scenes of her in Mexico, figuring out her life, putting herself together, 100%.
The movie's about her in the beginning of the movie. It's about her. It's her story.
Yes.
Until she goes on the run, and if she doesn't disappear, she has more of a case for the lead actress.
I agree.
Infinity.
Because you're right. Because everyone wants her, Sean Penn and DiCaprio, at the beginning of that movie. Everyone wants her. She controls both of them. And so she's the one that disappears and has to turn states. You're absolutely right. It should have been that way if they'd done it that way.
Do you want to see my favorite comment of the whole stream?
Please.
Got to take ads off these lives. You miss half what you're saying. Agreed. Do me a favor. Send a check to me, and I'll pay everybody who's on the shows so you don't have to watch the ads. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I will say that one of the funniest things, though, was that, and I laughed out loud, was when and I literally LOL'd. Was Conan O'Brien doing the YouTube thing when the Jane Lynch stuff.
Oh my God. The flashlight that took out bin Laden. That was
for being in YouTube and seeing that, like, you know, and knowing that's probably what is going to happen was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was genius.
It was genius. It was so funny. So let's see. I'm trying to think anything else that was real. Oh, and Robert Downey Jr. and the Evans bit that didn't land.
That did not land. Some of these bits did not land or went on too long. And I was really mad because it meant that they had to cut off some people. Listen, fuck all your bits. I will sacrifice all the bits if I get to hear all the speeches. I'm so frustrated. This is the one night some of these people don't even get a chance to get in front of a microphone and talk about their craft and talk about their experience. And if they win, they've earned the right to speak. Okay. And I don't want to see your dumb bits that don't land.
Here's the problem.
I don't get to hear these people speak.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. And this is the difference between why you watch and the reason why it's now going to YouTube is because a lot of these speeches, if you're not into it in the way that you are, is like drinking a bottle of NyQuil. It's for people who are not invested in the way that you are. Right. It's extremely boring. And you can't have extremely boring 3.5-hour content on without any bits in between. You will lose the audience. They were so aware, which I also liked, when it talked about how there's no younger generation watching this because it's on television.
The TikTok thing.
I don't know what the actual ratings are going to be for this, but I'm very curious to see. And it's why YouTube is the way to go. I've said this for a long time. You have too. Oh, yeah. It's time to move it to streaming. This is a way you go because you can also take this in the way that the WWE does for like Raw. You know, you put the whole show on and then you cut it up and they're like, all right, well, I don't want to, like, it's going to be perfect for me. I'm like, I'll watch this segment here. I'll watch this. I'll go through it here. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But I mean, I just, cutting and the fact that it was very obvious that they cut, they thought, well, K-pop Demon Hunter is not that important. Let's cut them off. And I thought that was, they cut off the people who were winning. I thought it was wrong as well. And it was really wonky. Some of the direction last night was really wonky. Some of the audio issues. you shouldn't be able to speak into a mic and have it sound like you're in red. That's an audio issue. You should always be monitoring that. So there were some mistakes last night. I thought some bits weren't really that funny. I agree with you. Evans and Downey, if that's a preview for Doomsday, they did not do a good job with that.
That's just that's bad improv up top.
I guess I thought Channing Tatum and Will Arnett were not good. So there was a few presenters that just did not land. Man.
It's funny you say that because I think that Tatum's
writing was not good.
Comedy has been pretty solid over the last like 10 years.
I know,
right?
so surprised. Both those guys are great comedians.
His acting was not good on that performance with Arnett. Arnett was good, and I like Channing Tatum a lot. His performance was actually really good though in the audience with Tatum and Downey. His line when he's like, I want those back though. That was great. The delivery there too, but for some reason his delivery was off on the Arnett thing. It just was, but who cares? You know, like like no one's gonna remember that. It really doesn't matter.
I agree.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was really worth talking about overall.
You're right. I watch it for the speeches, and I want to hear, because most of those speeches are, no one thought I could do this. I really am, and this is important. Find your voice, pursue, because it inspires other creatives to. There's always people inspired by Oscar speeches, right? And so I think that's important to let them talk. These artists who have earned it more than these other artists who want to come on and do dumb bits. If we can find a happy medium, that's what we need to do. And I think that's the job of a producer of a show like this. So, yeah.
I don't think the Pedro Pascal, Sigourney Weaver stuff landed either.
I agree 100%. That's Sigourney being old, though, man. I mean, that was a little bit rough, and that's a shame. Everyone gets old, man. Everyone gets old, bro.
I didn't think she was the problem.
You thought Pedro was the problem?
He was just kind of standing there. Just kind of, I don't know what he was doing.
Maybe you're right. He was caught up in it. Yeah.
It seemed like you wanted
a weird combo.
It was weird. I get why they did it, because it's ABC, it's Mandalorian Grogu. I saw the extended kind of trailer. I understand your frustrations now when on Hot Mic. I really do. I understand. Meaning when you break something a year beforehand and then nobody talks about it until the reporter Variety does it.
Right.
I said the plot of this movie a year ago where Embo comes back, that Mandalorian and Grogu are looking for the hut again. Embo's looking for him, and there's a battle between the two of them. Who's going to find him first? And in this trailer, you see him. He's like, I'm looking for a hut. And then Martin Scorsese drops the thing down and says, I don't know. But that's what the movie's going to be. It's going to be do you hear this movie's going to be 2 hours and 20 minutes? Did you hear that?
No, I've not heard that. Oh my God.
That can't be true. That is idiocy if that's true. That's idiocy.
I guess it makes sense if you remember how it was originally a whole season, and they're combining all these episodes and cutting out stuff to make it. But 2 hours and 20 for this movie, dude, that is asking a lot.
That's a lot. I don't know how true that is. Again, it's rumored, but 220 is crazy. All right,
damn good.
It better be real good. All right, that's the wrap up for the Oscars. What'd you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you not like the show? Did you watch the whole thing like Roka, or did you watch it like me? Smart. All right, put your thoughts in there. Let us know. And before we move on, Butcher Box. People have been writing me saying that you were right. The meat's so good. It's so good. It's the best. I'll tell you about them. I'll tell you about Cash App. Right back. I'm excited because I'm talking about Butcher Box. So if 2026 is your year that feels stronger, eat smarter, or simply just simplify the dinner routine, Butcher Box delivers the good stuff, high-quality proteins, no antibiotics, no added hormones, no mystery labels, just the kind of clean fuel that supports actual results. I don't know who gets more excited when Butcher Box shows up to my house, myself or my wife. We love it. It's the absolute best. For over a decade, Butcher Box has led the industry with meat and seafood that's antibiotic-free, hormone-free, independently verified. It's the clean, trustworthy protein you want to be eating, especially at the start of a new year. I'm always choosing the chicken and the beef, and man, their steaks are phenomenal. When it is not as cold as it is right now, I'm throwing it out on the grill outside, and that's coming up real soon. But even to just cook some of these steaks inside, they're so tender. I love it. I've been making some beef bowls. I've been making a lot of chicken dishes, and as I said, I just get excited every time I see a box. It's like Christmas. So an exclusive offer for you guys. New listeners can get their choice between organic ground beef, chicken breast, or ground turkey in every box for a year. Plus $20 off when you go to butcherbox.com/Christian. That's right. That's your choice of organic ground beef, chicken breast, or ground turkey in every box for an entire year, plus $20 off your first box and free shipping always. That is butcherbox.com/Christian. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you. You will thank me. I'm telling you, ButcherBox, it's the best. Scams. There's tons of people out there trying to do scams all the damn time. So I got scammed. I've been scammed. I got one time as a PayPal thing. I thought, oh no, my account's screwed. I was driving out to the convenience store. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And it was too late. So let me tell you about Cash App. Because when you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert, pre-sales, discounts, popular brands, but you have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. So if a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, Cash App, it's got your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Now, behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing that your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today. You got to order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 off if they use that code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit card issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a blocking brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Cash App. Cash App, ButcherBox, giving you deals. I hope that you're picking up on them, guys. Please go into the description. Please help us out. Helps us out tremendously when you click on it. Helps us even more when you get yourself something. It helps you out. I guarantee you'll be thanking me on both. All right. John, we got a little bit more on that Mandalorian and Grogu runtime. And Grogu comes out real soon, right around the corner.
Good God.
How's it going to be? How's it going to do? Time will tell. But as we just mentioned previously, there's a runtime, and the runtime is rumored. So the runtime is revealed, I guess, for the Mandalorian Grogu. How long is the Din Djarin and Grogu's theatrical adventure? This is comic book movie. Let's take a look and see if we were right, wrong, nothing of the sorts. Ahead of the movie's release in theaters this May, the runtime for The Mandalorian Grogu has seemingly been revealed, and it's the same ballpark as many Star Wars movies. Original plans called for The Mandalorian to return to Disney Plus for a fourth season. However, looking to course correct after Disney CEO's Bob Chapek's massive streaming spend, Iger started shifting the company's focus back to theatrical titles. A Moana animated series became Moana 2, a movie that paid off, seeing as it grossed over $1 billion worldwide. And The Mandalorian Season 4 evolved into The Mandalorian and Grogu. Set for release this May. There's a lot of excitement to see how Din and the child fare on the big screen. While filmmaker Jon Favreau has condensed 8 episodes into a feature, it sounds like we're getting a suitably epic adventure. As we first reported on sffgazette.com, UK cinema chain Odeon has updated its site to state that The Mandalorian and Grogu current runtime is 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's the same ballpark as most Star Wars movies, with The Last Jedi still being longest at 2 hours and 32 minutes. Bespin Bulletin, meanwhile, is reporting that the new behind-the-scenes look at The Mandalorian and Grogu currently playing on IMAX screens in the UK. Some of the new content includes Din walking on a dark urban street at night, and Din without his helmet with water up to his neck inside of a cave. New shots of the AT-ATs seen on the snow planet from these trailers, and Zeb, a fan favorite from Star Wars Rebels, is seen walking with Din in his desert. There's brief new interview snippets from Pedro and Jon Favreau intercut between the footage. They emphasize The Mandalorian and Grogu is the split of the original trilogy and showcases practical effects used in the film as behind the scenes of the original trilogy, with George Lucas shown alongside the footage. Recently, we did all that. Okay, that's good. So 2 hours, as it doesn't look like there'll be who's going to be the Boba Fett lengthy 2 hours. It means that Timothy Olyphant's Cobb Vanth also on the shelf. All right, that's enough. So yeah, 220. Yes, it does line up with past Star Wars movies, but again, it's one of the lower budget Star Wars movies.
Right.
There is not a lot of excitement around this movie in the way that there was for the even Last Jedi. There's a lot of excitement around Last Jedi when it was coming out.
Yeah.
Shit, there's a lot of excitement for Rise of Skywalker even after Last Jedi set people against each other. There was still a lot of excitement for it. So
JJ was coming back. Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know, JJ was coming back. You're going to see how the thing ended up. This is you have to make sure that people know what this movie is about. If nobody has seen a single episode of Mandalorian and Grogu, are they going to be able to watch this? I think the answer is going to be yes.
Mhm.
I think it will be yes. I think that you're obviously going to get rewarded more if you're locked in and care more if
Yeah.
you're locked into, the season. But they're really going all out on Grogu. That's the whole thing. Even last night on the Oscars, that was a clear indication. But yeah, I mean, 220. I don't know if oh, I at this point, I go, can we get this thing to like just 2 hours, maybe 205?
Yeah, 205 tops with credits. I agree with you 100%. I don't know why 220. And when you talk about other films, those were all installments and trilogies except for Solo. And so that to me is what I guess Rogue One you could argue, but like with Rogue One, that was something that was uniquely different and made $1 billion. I think there's so much, and with Star Wars was like on the come up. People were excited because they were back. This is right on the tail end of all that excitement. And I don't think that 2 hours and 20 minutes is a smart move at all. If this is true.
Seems like it is. Seems
people like meh about this movie.
If you're condensing a full season into, a full movie, and if you have 8 episodes, 30 minutes a piece, whatever it is, you're probably going to condense into around 220, which I guess, if you have a story to tell, I just hope that they dive into an actual story. And I hope they actually dive in and don't just rely on the monster of the week and the Filoni cave special with the new monster that pops out of a cave, and then someone's got a jetpack, and it's usually how many times have you seen him do that? I know Filoni's not directing, but he's involved.
Yeah,
they need to win people over with the story and the characters and make us care more. And there's no mistake. Don't make any mistake about it. It's not a coincidence that they're showing Pedro's face all over these damn trailers now.
Yeah, 100%.
They should be. So.
He's going to take his helmet off a number of times throughout the movie, 100%. And so it's going to be that kind of thing. But I mean, maybe this shows, though, the other way to look at this possibly is that it shows the confidence they have in the movie. Not that I think the confidence is that they're great at judging things that they should be confident about, but they might have confidence in the movie. So 2 hours and 20 minutes is their way of saying this is actually a damn good movie. I mean, we will see. I did like the extended trailer last night and some of the footage we got. Mm-hmm. And it plays well in the theater. When I went to go see a film over the weekend, I saw
the
trailer played well in the theater. So I'm like, okay, well, it's possible, but we'll see. Obviously, as the screens come out,
PLD gave us a note here, said the Odeon is notorious for using 2 hours and 20 minutes as a placeholder. Right now, the Mandalorian Grogu, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Masters of the Universe, Hunger Games, Sunrise and the Reaping, Toy Story 5, Supergirl are all listed at 220. So take that.
Well, he should know that. He should know that as a professional seat filler, he knows how to be a placeholder. So, it's no surprise. No surprise that he would know that. No surprise.
This is why I love your relationship so much, because he not only chuckled when you said that, he gave you the middle finger right afterwards too. So that to me is.
By the way, did you like the Michael B. Jordan seat filler joke? I thought that was funny.
I did. Those guys. I also like the Sterling K. Brown bit.
Oh my God, that was great.
That was good too. When the whole thing about when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon had that interview, just like where they talked about how Netflix makes them read the plot, but he's like, the awards, and it's going around. Well, to be clear, you're talking about the Oscars. Like, that is correct. That's correct. That was good.
That's the one with Hitler, right?
Yeah, it was really good. So. Just because you wrote that, now I'm not going to mention it. So he wants me to mention Ed Harris. So you know what I'll do? I just no respect. This is no respect to the great Ed Harris. This is more disrespect to PLD. I'm going to mention how great it was to see him there, but I'm going to do it while I'm chewing the rest of my protein bar.
You mean Mr. Amy Madigan? Yeah, it was great to see Mr. Amy Madigan out there.
It was great to see him.
Remember him? He used to be in movies. Yeah.
He still was. What are you talking about?
I'm joking.
Oh, you're really pissing PLD. I got it.
Yeah. He had a good sequence. He had good 2 minutes in Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, he still does movies. Yeah, go ahead.
He was actually pretty good in that movie that Glenn Powell just did. We don't want him very much, but he was good in it.
The 5 to 10 people watch.
I know. Nobody watched that movie. And we'll talk about box office in a second here. But what do you guys make of the runtime of Mandalorian and Grogu? Problem? Not a problem? Put you the Hudson there, let me know. Got one of the nuts from the protein bar.
She's got a great ass.
No. My head all epic.
Yeah.
The price I go for the bit. What I want to ask people, I'll let you this too, John. If you because I was at the gym today on the way over here, I actually was leaving. This guy who actually looked like my late uncle, pretty crazy.
Whoa.
Probably in his 60s. Kind of grizzled dude. Well, shouldn't say grizzled, but like just an older guy who's he's been through the shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I had my earbuds in and he goes, "Hey," and he said, "Are you?" And he asked me something like a profession. What profession, if I wasn't doing this, do you think that I look like I could be doing? Don't guess what he said. What do you think? I'm going to see what the audience thinks.
I have no idea. I really don't. I've only ever seen you in this. I don't know.
No.
A DJ? No.
No. Probably not.
Too old to be. You're too white to be.
Maybe depends on what.
You need to be Dutch or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did they say?
I thought I worked at the precinct. You thought I was a cop.
Oh, a cop. Oh, I could see that. 100%.
Really? I said, I'm honored that you asked, but no.
You've always got cop energy. You've always had cop energy.
Cop energy? I mean, that's my kids like that. But yeah.
It's not a negative thing.
No, not at all.
Being in charge of shit.
I told him I was honored that he asked.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's get to the next topic here. And what we always cover on Mondays is the box office.
Yeah.
Now I don't think anybody's gonna be able to compete next week as Project Hail Mary comes out. You loved it as much as I did, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Amazing.
Well, first, like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, I've given it a long time.
Yep.
So it's gonna lead the box office. So the question is, who can rack up enough money before that one knocks everything out of the way?
Yeah.
And here we go. So this is what we see thus far. Hoppers taking in another 28.5, bringing its worldwide total 164, but it's still going to struggle to make a profit because I think John, last you said when we asked last week, I think it costs like 160 to make, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So they still are in the negative here.
Yeah.
So they're going to have an issue getting that money back.
Yeah. It was 150. 150. Yeah.
150. So, okay, and it's 164. So they haven't made their marketing back yet. They got problems.
That's a shame. It's a good movie, man.
Good movie, but it's not anything it was like super hyped about, but it's good. Again, not great, but good. What's Reminders of Him? What's that? 18.3.
That's the new one. Colleen Hoover, the Blake Lively film that It Ends With Us. Same writer.
Oh,
she had was it Reminders of You?
Reminders of Him.
Of him, right? Who is in this?
This is
Micah Monroe.
Okay,
and
this is what I'm saying. I don't understand how the theaters work anymore. I just don't get it. It's nothing against this movie, but if you're going to tell me that this movie was coming out, I don't even know what it is. After prison, a woman attempts to reconnect with her young daughter, but faces resistance from everyone except the bar owner with ties to her child. As they grow closer, she must confront her past mistakes to build a hopeful future. This movie, how much did this movie make? I mean, cost
$25 million. $25
cost
million.
$25 to make.
Yep,
it's already made $28 million on its opening weekend. What is this movie? Like what?
Colleen Hoover has a fan base. Her books sell out all the time.
Apparently.
So that's who's coming to see these movies. But notice that none of them are making the money that It Ends With Us made because there isn't the drama around it.
Right.
The drama around It Ends With Us, as you watch these, it helps. Yeah.
It helps. But that's okay. So look, the marketing behind it, I guess it also shows them a little bit more out of touch with some of that stuff. But but that movie coming in now at number 2.
She's like the white female Tyler Perry.
Yeah, they said Nicholas Sparks.
Sure, female version Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah. What's Undertone? There's another one I don't know.
Undertone's a horror film. That's a horror film.
And that movie probably cost $13 in a bag of M&Ms.
Probably because no one is in that thing.
No, just look at the budget on Undertone. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say it cost $6 million to make.
Yeah, let me see here.
Undertone budget $6 million. I don't even know what it is. A24.
Does they even have it? Oh, it's a Canadian film.
Oh, its distributor is
The
A24.
budget was 500,000, and it's already made 9 million.
10 million. And that is a major hit.
I know.
You see 9.3, and you go, oh, it's okay. It cost $500,000.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Scream 7 coming up with 176 so far. It's probably at its end here, but there'll be a Scream 8 for sure.
It's the highest grossing Scream installment ever. Yeah. So
of course it is. Goat. 162 million for Goat. Now I bet you that. Now, what was the budget on Goat?
I thought there was a little bit. I think it was like 80 million or something like that. 80 to 90. Yeah.
Right. So so Goat is looking at a profit where Hopper's like, this is a mistake to make a movie for that much money. This is a mistake.
Right. Well, they thought Pixar was going to spend the money, but I agree with you. I thought it would do better. Maybe it's that Elemental thing where it gets to 500 million.
Maybe, but
quietly.
But I think the Elemental at least had the summer to build. Am I right?
That's true.
I don't know if it came out in summer. I might be wrong, but I thought that it did. The Bride, luckily, somehow got another 2 million with 21 million. That's going to be one of the biggest bombs of the year, unfortunately.
Sadly. Yeah.
Wuthering Heights, another 1 million. Is probably be on digital soon. 226 though overall.
Yeah,
which is a big number for them. This is Secret of the Used. That's amazing. I'm so glad that movie Secret of the Used is in the top 10 again.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
Teenage Mutant Ninja 4. Yeah,
Kiki's Delivery Service, a re-release, another 1.1, and then Crime 101 rounding out. So, anything that really, I guess the things that stand out to me, those two movies that I'd never heard of that people go to the theater to see.
Yeah, just shows that Colleen Hoover has a certain audience that will show up
in the audience
weekend
in the theater. Yeah,
to see this stuff. So yeah,
$500,000 for that horror movie, though. I mean, it just shows you get why these movies make money. How about Jamie Lee Curtis taking shots at Jason Blum over the weekend? Did you see that?
No, she said some stuff to Jason. Why?
She said something along the lines of like, if she knew that Halloween was going to be a trilogy, she wouldn't have done it because Jason Blum is notoriously cheap. That's why they make such cheap movies, because he doesn't pay anybody.
Hey, welcome. You guys take the check, right? If you take the check, what are you complaining about? You know what I'm saying? If you take that money, you're essentially saying it's okay for his business practice to go the way it goes because he's getting people like you to be in his films. So,
Project Hail Mary comes out March 20th. That's this
weekend, yeah.
And then Ready or Not 2. So I think that I'm not going to see Ready or Not 2 in the theater. I think because I've never seen the first one.
Oh, okay. First one's good.
That's what I heard. I'm gonna do a reaction to that on the channel with Tina, because it'll be a first one that I've never seen.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The first one I've never seen is similar to what we did with Smile, but instead I think I'll watch part 2 with her when it hits digital. So
right.
The next one I'll probably see in the theater. I don't know. This is why until we just saw those numbers, I wouldn't tell you that I was going to go see They Will Kill You in the theater. But now maybe I will.
The Zazie Beetz film.
I like her. And I saw the trailer. The trailer looks really wacky.
Yeah.
So maybe I see that in the theater. I don't know. But the next big movie, or maybe even the first huge billion-dollar movie, comes out on April 1st. And that's Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. We're getting into the heat. We're in March now. We're about to turn that corner, dude, into summer.
Yep.
Screenings are going to go fast and furious, man.
Quite a few things that are popping, right? Like even April 1st is Super Mario. Then you get The Drama, which will be a movie that people will be talking about with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Yeah.
I don't know what A Great Awakening is. What's that? You know what that is?
I don't know what that is either. It's probably UFO related. The Great Awakening.
I don't know. I would know about it. April 10th. Let's see. You, Me, and Tuscany.
I don't know what that is.
That is April 17th. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I can't imagine that's going to do anything. Mother Mary is an A24 movie. That April 24th is the next another movie that could really pop. Is Michael? No pun intended. And then you get into the summer movies. In May 1st, Devil Wears Prada. And then May 8th is Mortal Kombat 2. May 15th. No, there's kind of smaller movies, but May 22nd is The Mandalorian Grogu.
Yep.
May 29th is smaller movies. June 5th, Masters of the Universe, Scary Movie 6. June 19th, Death of Robin Hood and Toy Story 5. June 26th, Supergirl. So shit's coming down now.
And June 12th is Disclosure Day.
Oh, disclosure day as well. So I mean, things are moving.
Yeah.
Things are
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
What
We're
else is
turning that
moving
corner.
is your super chats. You got 32
Hey,
so far. We're not
nice.
We're about to get into the questions. So can
Come on.
you take out Kalinowski and Roxy again, who seem to be winning the last few, but we shall see.
Yeah. We'll see. Come on, send them in, people. Let's go. It's a Monday morning. Let's have some conversations. Come on.
Is there anything else to really talk about that we care about before we get into it?
I don't know. What did Luke want us to talk about?
I mean,
Luke
we
said anything
the
exciting?
Spider-Man brand new day we can do tomorrow. Not a big deal.
Okay. The Max Landis G.I. Joe thing?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, look, so they passed on his treatment, right?
Yeah.
Max Landis, they passed on his treatment. Now there's two questions.
Okay.
Question one, was it just not a good treatment, which is certainly possible.
Right.
Question two is like, we don't want this. We're just getting this, and there's too much pushback on this. We're good. We're gonna find another.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, to be
right.
Honest. Yeah, and I speculated either the treatment wasn't good, or the pushback was too hard and they don't want to deal with it, or they heard from their own people like there might be other women who are ready to come forward.
We don't need
and
this right now.
Go after him, and we don't need this drama.
We can find somebody else to write a G.I. Joe treatment.
Which was what a lot of people said when this was first announced. Like, you can't tell me there aren't other G.I. Joe treatments out there.
The way to do G.I. Joe, look, I'm as attached, not as attached, but I'm pretty damn attached to G.I. Joe the way that I was like He-Man, except that I had personal stock in He-Man during the Silver days. I did not have that in G.I. Joe, except the fact that I went in the interview before I got my job at Silver. I interviewed for Lorenzo. Do you want to interview?
Yeah.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. And I almost got the gig. I didn't, obviously. But one of the reasons I wanted to work there was to get my hands on G.I. Joe eventually. I really, really, really want them to find a way to buy the rights, if they don't have them, of the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
And turn that into a damn storyline, whether it's a TV series or streaming series. The stories are right there. They're right there. I just want to know. I've just never been able to ask anybody, and I wonder if people know.
Yeah,
is it a legal thing because Marvel did the comics? Does Marvel own it? Which is the only thing I could possibly fathom, because the stories are there. You just adapt those comics, find someone to come in, adapt those. You've got so many. They start to fall after like issue like 70.
Yeah,
it was the one I read like religiously. I read those comics religiously. And the kind of heel turn, face turn of Storm Shadow and what they do with him in those things, the story with Snake Eyes and how they put it together, it really works so well. There's a whole silent issue. I think it was like issue 34 or 36. I can't remember, but it's just a completely there's no dialogue in the entire issue. It's it's great.
Okay,
but I don't know. I just don't know. I know Skybound has them. They printed but does Skybound own the Marvel ones, the old school ones, or is it Marvel's own G.I. Joe comic rights now?
Yeah,
right.
It's a good question.
I don't know.
I want to find that out. Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, the Max Landis thing. It's like you don't need that, especially when you're moving into a new partnership potentially.
Yeah.
And you won't want people going, oh, they're just bringing back everybody who got canceled. It's like, it's not the way to start your thing. I'm not telling you to not give opportunities to certain people. There are sometimes depending on who, I always think there's times for second chance. I think you and I differ a little bit. I'm glad that Gina Carano's getting a shot to do her because she's been, I think, getting more and more into the public now. It seems like public sentiment is gearing a little bit more towards her. I think that, I want to see, there's some people I think that second chances are good. But I don't know necessarily if Paramount needs to be taking shots on Max Landis right now, especially what you said could very well be more accusations and other things.
Yeah. We'll see. Speaking of second chances, we'll see how Ronda Rousey does in AEW as a wrestler. She debuted last night, apparently.
Talk to me about that, because right before we went on the air,
I
saw she showed up. Is she actually going to be wrestling?
Apparently she called out Tony Storm, so that she set herself up for a championship program with Tony Storm. So I think this is all hype for the fight as well. This is all just hype for the fight.
Are you with me a little bit more that Carano could possibly win this fight now?
Not at all. No, it's not even a contest.
She's got so much wear and tear now. Carano's gonna kick her head off her shoulders. You see Chrono? You see the training with Chronos? Have you seen her training?
What are we
you
talking?
She looks slow.
What did Iverson say? What are we talking about? Playoffs? Talking about playoffs? We're talking about practice.
They were showing all of the fighters were fighting that night, and they were showing who was throwing combinations. Out of all of them, men included, Gina looked the best throwing the combinations.
Didn't Tyson look good before he fought Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whatever Paul brother he fought?
I'm not convinced that wasn't a BS fight. Dude,
I'm not convinced this isn't a BS fight.
But you might not be wrong about that. I'll wait till I see the fight. But
me too.
But when Mike Tyson's going in like this,
come
on, Mike Tyson never did that in his career.
I know.
Throw this and then say, "Oh, I'm not going to throw my big right hand that I've knocked out 95% of my opponents with."
Yeah.
Come on. He's walking around with his ass hanging out in the locker room before.
That was so weird. That was so weird, man. I just worry that Ronda's going to hurt herself and then the fight gets postponed because it's pro wrestling. People hurt themselves all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
She's no spring chicken, and Tony is a fucking hell of a wrestler. So, things can happen.
I want to see if I'm curious. I want to see how the debut, because that came and no one was rumoring that.
That
was a big surprise.
It debuted last night during the Oscars. There, I think there was Collision or whatever, and people were like, "She's joined AEW."
That's pretty nuts.
So
it's pretty nuts. So they'll probably give her a championship. Like she'll probably be the AEW champion when she fights Gina.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, a little crossover promotion for sure. Yeah. But that's ironic because Netflix has the deal with WWE. So it's weird. It's weird how they do all that kind of stuff.
I mean, look, maybe certain things don't carry on. It is weird to see if she's going to promote, or maybe Ronda did it off book and didn't tell Netflix about it. Does she have to? She's not a Netflix contracted fighter. Right. She's contracted for that fight.
Yeah, right. For Logan Paul's thing.
She's been going. The one thing I will say about Ronda Rousey is she is not afraid to speak her mind. I'll tell you that she went off on the UFC and
she did.
And whether or not, some of the things she was saying were right or wrong. She was like, and Gina was just sitting there like, okay. She wasn't saying shit.
Yeah. She was getting into it for sure.
She was
she was almost doing it to kind of defend Dana in a weird roundabout way because she was saying like, I don't blame Dana. Dana doesn't put the cards together anymore. It's Endeavor or TKO. So it seemed like she was taking shots at them more than Dana. So it's interesting.
But it kind of backhanded also. It's just saying like he's not in charge anymore. Was he? So I don't know. Either way, I'm looking forward to that fight. That's one of the fight. I'll be going out to my old ass. Gonna be going to a bar. Watch that one.
Oh! I thought you were going to go to the event. You should get yourself invited to the event.
I've been trying.
Oh,
I've been trying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get tickets, but I'm gonna. That's one that I would actually try to go to.
They should fly you out as press to cover it. You got that Matt Serra show. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that.
But that's the problem when Ron is saying Matt's very much connected to the UFC. Still does UFC Unfiltered. And we had thought about even doing, trying to reach out to her to do an interview. He can't do that. He works for the UFC.
That's a good point. Okay.
I'll tell you what I like a lot. I like how your frame mixes with my frame. Look at that. It looks like we're almost in the same room.
Yeah.
I dig it. Let's just start doing this show every day.
Right across from each other. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's first of all, we get comments from everybody, what you think about everything we just discussed, whether it's the fights, whether it's Paramount, all that and more. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. 38. Can we get Rocha to 100? Let's do it. Let's set the week. Let's get him to 100. I think we can do it. Let's start from the top here. We shall. And we're going to start with the exalted 10191. I don't like people losing their jobs, but holy smokes, those writers need to find another career path. The Bridesmaids bit was painful, and so was the RDJ Evans. Yeah, the Bridesmaids bit did go on for a little too long.
Yeah.
I will say that, like, initially the thing of like Skarsgård saying with the note and everything too, but I feel like everybody should have been in on the bit a little bit more because
100%.
Once they break, you lose the bit. Like when Fanning was for a second, she was in it, and then she started laughing. You're like, okay, bit's over, kill it.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Not everyone is a comedic actor, so and some of them don't want to be brought into these bits, but they got brought in.
So, yeah. All right. Next one, Kate. What's up, Kate? Amy for weapons, yay. Michael for sinners, yay. Ryan won for writing. Frankenstein won quite a few, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a good night for horror movies. It was, and I'm glad that it was recognized. I'm glad that they were all recognized, and I think like Frankenstein was phenomenal.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think it's the Del Toro film he's ever done. Honestly, in my opinion.
I still go Pan's Labyrinth, but I'm not. But I wouldn't argue with you on that. It's and I like Pinocchio a lot too.
I thought Pinocchio was amazing.
Excellent. Exalted. Again, it would have been nice to see other people at the show, but the cameraman stayed locked in on Tana Taylor and Leo all night for audience shots. There was a really bad Leo shot it didn't even get him in the beginning. It's like you're not wrong. It was not directed well last night. That show,
I agree.
Shaky cam, like, and then they didn't even get a full shot of it. The guy like fell down or something.
And the first time they cut someone off, they went right to Conan, and Conan was just standing there staring at the person. Yeah, it was
so like they were trying to like you're right. They were like panning to him to say, okay, we're cutting them off now. You get in there. He
was like
he didn't know what to do. He like stepped forward, and then they're like, okay, fine, put the light back on the guy. It's like it was directed terribly.
It was weird.
Yeah. Casual scroll. My girlfriend is so out of touch with movies. Michael B. Jordan won last night, and she goes, "Oh, the Fantastic Four guy. Oh my god."
Well, Miles Teller tweeted out a congratulations to him last night, which was cool. So speaking of Fantastic Four,
that's awesome. Cupcake 2948. If Timothy Chalamet was snubbed over his comments, the voters are biased. I mean, welcome to the industry. He wasn't entirely wrong. Ballet and Broadway aren't for everyone. I never got why you need to sing and dance to advance the plot. But that's the thing, though. As John and I mentioned, it's not that the comments were wrong. It's not that the comments. What he was trying to say, was that you look at movie theaters today, and he doesn't want it to go the route where ballet and opera in the 20s and the 30s were the movie theaters. Everybody was going. It was the thing,
right?
It's not that today, and so it has diminished. But if you're a ballet person or an opera person, and you hear a prolific actor saying that, you're going to be rightfully so offended when it's in a public forum.
Yeah. So
that's why it played wrong, and you have to be careful what you can say to your buddy when it's just you and him in a room, as opposed to at a town hall in front of thousands and millions of people.
And just to clarify, he didn't talk about Broadway. He's talking about opera for Cupcake. It was about opera, not Broadway.
Right.
And singing, dance, and advancing plot is a very important part of musicals, and whether you understand it or not.
Yeah, and he was in a musical. He was in
Wonka.
And he was in a musical with the Dylan movie.
Yes,
singing all the damn time. So it's eventually he's going to talk about it in a podcast or something too. I think it's too fresh right now, and as we said, you leave him alone for now. I'm one of the few. I feel bad for the kid. I really do. Yes, he's a kid to me. He's 30 years old. When he was 10, I was 30. So he's a kid. Lesty, from Fruitvale Station to Sinners, I just knew his time would come. It was a privilege watching him act and grow into the complete actor he is now. I couldn't agree with you more. It was great to see him win. I love the guy. And he was he did so much in that movie. You believe you believe that he's a twin. He did such a great job of making sure that Smoke was different and Stack were different. I mean, those are two different characters.
I agree. Yeah. Don't forget first season of The Wire. He's a kid in that. He's fantastic in the first season of The Wire. Go back and watch that, people.
Hey, Mr. CJ, happy Austin 316. Is that when it did happen? Did it happen today?
Today. It's 316 today.
Oh, today is March 16th. All right, never mind. I thought it actually happened on March 16th. Hey, Mr. CJ, what do you guys consider as your worst WrestleMania? Oh, I don't have enough. I had so many holes in the gap. Of course, 9 comes to mind, and maybe 2000. But curious to what's your worst. I'll give you like the old school ones from what I can remember. I just watched WrestleMania. I was at WrestleMania 2. The one but as a kid, it was 9 years old. So as a kid, it was amazing. I literally watched the Roddy Piper Mr. T boxing match last night. I was like trying to see if I could find myself. I don't even know where I sat. But like that was a tough one when in retrospect, because they did it in 3 different locations, and I don't think I try to do that ever again.
No, it didn't.
No. It was New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. It was a bold swing. 3 was awesome. 4 was pretty great. 5 was pretty great. 6 was okay, but the main event was awesome. 7 wasn't good.
27. I would say 27.
27. Who's in that?
There was Cena versus The Miz at the end.
Oh my God, that's the main event.
And the Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler.
Oh my God,
they had the reverse.
I haven't even seen that. I'll put that as my worst.
Yeah, that was the worst one for me.
It's bad. Pirate reviews. The Academy cuts off speeches too often. Cutting off the K-pop demon speech was wild. Yeah, I didn't see it, but that is especially because they're trying to get to which is stupid because I'll tell you the amount of young people that were probably watching was probably for K-pop. That was dumb. That's dumb.
100%.
Real dumb. Yeah, especially leaving certain speeches up for so long and shit that no one even cared about in the outside world. Gopal, support for the early show. Thank you, Gopal.
Thank you, Gopal.
I've got to get on a call in a couple of minutes. All right. Hopefully your call went well.
Yeah.
Battery. Michael B. Jordan was superior, Roca. Not even a surprise, really.
You know, he was superior. I'm so smart about this. He was superior, Roca. Get the fuck out of here. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, again, Battery, that is your opinion. And if you once again look, the math, as I lined up the math with one battle after another, the math lined up that Timothy Chalamet was on course to win everything. He was winning everything.
Yeah.
Then he started opening his mouth. Then he started losing things. And then the opera thing came out. That's all she wrote. Because Michael B. Jordan was that good that if there were other performances that were just subpar compared to his, then you'd be like, come on.
Right.
This performance was so good that without the comments, he still could have, won it, no problem, and very well might have.
I'll tell you right now, Wagner Moura,
He was
Timothy Chalamet, and Michael B. Jordan were the three top performances from those five that were selected. I think Jesse was unfairly snubbed for Begonia. He's incredible in Begonia. Should have been nominated. And so in no way is Michael B. Jordan do superior performance, because that's what you're saying. Superior performance of the year. That's what you're saying. And that's nonsense. Superior. That's nonsense.
Well, it's his opinion.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's nonsense.
In my opinion, it's nonsense. Fair enough. Maven the Reaper. Just wanted to send positive vibes, Kristian Don. Thank you, Maven. Always.
Thank you, Maven.
Ninja Camp. Chase Infinity is super fine. Damn. She looked good last night. She looked real good.
Look good. Yeah.
Maven the Reaper. I agree with both your assessments. This serves Michael B. Jordan, and Chalamet can learn from this. Maybe be more humble and not disheartened. Yeah, it's to me, it's just being more cautious of where you are. Because I don't think his intention was to diss art. I really don't. I think it's in a way, like I said, Maven, I'm sure there's been conversations that you have had, whether you want to admit it here or not, that you have had with your friends, your family, that you're like, I don't know if I can ever say that in public, but that's my opinion. Right. And he just happened to say that out loud in front of a bunch of people while he's campaigning for an Oscar. So was it smart? No, it was the farthest thing from smart. You got to be aware. But I'm being real. Not today.
Hey, if you can be real, you got to deal with the price of being
right.
Real. That's the game. Yeah.
You can also be real and be smart, like Michael B. Jordan. You can't accuse Michael B. Jordan of being fake. He's smart. Right. He's calculated in what he says. He's genuine in what he says.
Yeah.
He did it better. In the aspect of campaigning, which is what the Oscars is about. Overall, Michael B. Jordan deserved to win because he did it better. He campaigned better. Now, I think performance-wise, you can make the discussion and you can have an argument of who you think was the better performance overall. It's a different conversation. In the way that the Oscars work today, or have worked in quite a while, Michael B. Jordan did it better.
Yeah. Nothing is just performance-based. It's always everything around it. Even the NFL Hall of Fame, Tom Brady, Robert Kraft and Belichick not getting in on the first ballot. It's everything around it. It always factors in. Yeah.
And I love you, but I got to disagree with you. He said he did say after he made those comments, no disrespect. So it's not like he trashed it. Right afterwards, he said, I'm going to lose 14% of my revenue. 14 cents. He doubled down on it right afterwards.
Yeah,
so I got to disagree with you there as much as I think that, he doubled down on it. Okay. Next one here. Rate him as folk them cats. Lesty, Fantastic Four now adds Academy Award winner on cover. Oh, that's funny. It's true. It's true. Yeah, you could do that.
Sure.
I am Too Fly Cam. Shout out to Javier Bardem, beautiful soul and talented. Did he present last night?
He did, and he spoke his mind politically. Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with politics, or was he doing F1?
No, I don't think it had anything. I think they're doing an international feature, and then he just said,
my stance on that.
Yeah,
it's like When the one you were talking about, like the political speech that was made from the short film or whatever it was, or the feature film. Yeah, you're speaking to what the film's about. You're talking about what's in. I'm all for that. Yeah. You're in a race car movie. Shh. Next time. Not today. I don't even know what he said. I don't even know what he said at all. But it's like, don't use. I don't use this. I don't like when they use the stage for.
But he was presenting the international feature that ended up becoming the thing. So he just said "Free Palestine" right.
Yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have enough knowledge on it. I didn't even see when they did. I fast forward through it. I'm just not. I've talked about that briefly. I don't use Twitter. Will you? That's why it's there to get people angry. I am 2-Fly Cam. Grogu's spot was cringe and ham-fisted, just lame. It wasn't great. And he's like going like this. It was pretty terrible. Shut up, Ralph. I love Delroy Lindo, but man, don't be a sore loser. What did he do?
He did not clap when Sean Penn won. He just kind of stood there and he just sat there and stared at the audience. And I thought that was a bad move. Yeah, I thought
that is a bad move. I didn't see it again. Or maybe I didn't pay attention to it because I was like, where the hell is Sean Penn when he wasn't there? But yeah, that's not great. But I didn't see it. So I can't really speak enough on it. Bajaro, Chase should be Michael B. Jordan's girl in Miami Vice reboot. I hope she gets a lot more work. I really do. What?
Your advice is that a woman who just in some people's mind led an Oscar-winning Best Picture film as the female lead should go be Michael Jordan's girlfriend in a movie. Are you insane? She's going to go be bigger things. To be someone's love interest is not what she's going to be now.
See, I gotta address this. I hate shit like this. It fucking drives me crazy. No, it has nothing to do with that. And I'm not going to give you my opinion on it either, too, because you don't even know what my fucking opinion is on it. No, that's not it. You're putting together an
entertaining show.
You're putting together an entertaining show in general that you're trying to get people to watch all over the world. And one of the biggest complaints from people of why they tune out, not the John Rokas of the world, not the film buffs of the world, but the average person, one of the biggest complaints, they're sick of political opinions dominating speeches about the movies they love. It has nothing. How dare they have an opinion? No one's saying that. He should have an opinion. I want to hear his opinions on all these things. Never telling people to be quiet. They should speak their minds and they should use their platform. I don't like it when it's at the Oscars. Stop doing that. Stop pounding your chest and go, I have an opinion, so it's right, and everyone else can say it if I have the same opinion. No one is saying that. What I'm telling you is my opinion, and a lot of other people, is a lot of times if it's not relevant to the speech, maybe keep it out of the entertainment Oscar stuff. I didn't even know what he said. So stop saying that, the holier than thou thing. Stop. It fucking drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. It's like I get being obviously, especially in a topic like that, you should fucking be passionate about it. You should have a stance on it. You should debate about it. You should talk about it. Especially when it comes to human life. You should talk about it.
Right.
But we're not talking about that. So don't do that. Especially you. You're a member and you've been here forever. Don't do that. Yeah. Fucking drives me crazy.
It's
Anyway,
sanctimony. It's sanctimony.
It is. Just don't do that. How dare he have an opinion on it about that?
Yeah.
Don't do that. You don't need to do that.
How do you think you're winning people to your side by responding in that way?
No, it's like
doesn't make sense.
You're right. It's like one of these things where, like, do you think that maybe? And like I said, I didn't even know what he said. I didn't watch the speech. I'm just saying when it comes to, for me and a lot of other people, sometimes political statements, when not relevant. John told me right away. He's like, look, it was kind of relevant to the presentation and everything too. And my pushback to that would be like, yeah, but it wasn't his movie. But relevant,
True.
Sure, I can concede there.
Yeah,
sure, when it comes to it. But like, don't do that. You got to be able to, like, this is the reason why we have these disconnects with society in general, because you say that, oh, how dare he have an opinion? How dare he? Why not ask me a question? Especially you remember, you're here all the damn time. You're having great conversations every day, and you're one of the greater fans on this show. Ask me a question. Don't make don't do that. That's the problem with society.
Yeah, because it's a condescending comment. You're essentially trying to put yourself above Christian by saying something like that. How dare he have a it's like it's so dismissive and doesn't open dialogue that it comes off as you having a temporary dopamine hit of feeling superior by typing a comment like that. And that says more about you than it does about the subject matter or the issue that you're having with
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Because the topic itself, of course, relevant, important, devastating, and everybody should be talking about it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it should have been talked about maybe that particular thing.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, again, people don't understand how this channel works. Okay. All right, let's see. Next next one after that. Where the hell is it? Got it. Beagle Studios, The Avengers Reunion, Downey channeling Doom.
I guess, yeah, he wore green.
He wore green. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I dug that. Nathan Drake, Undertone is a great success story, in my opinion. Only cost $500. Crazy, really creepy. I mean, huge success story.
Yeah.
Your opinion is more than valid.
The reviews have been good, 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I may have to check that out this week for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up, Ralph. Sean Penn is a 3-time Oscar winner now. I love how he did no campaigning at all and still won. He's a GOAT. Still, Carlito's Way is his best performance. He was great in that movie.
He is great in that movie.
Really, I love it. He's terrifying in that movie too because he's so Weasley.
What have you done, Dave?
Yeah, my God. Kleinberg's my lawyer. Met Bull, was the Timothy Chalamet criticism about the ballet commentary? That can't be real. Can we start punishing the geniuses who tell me wrestling is fake? It was the Timothy C. criticism about the ballet commentary. I don't know what you mean here, James boy.
Yeah, it's weird.
What do you mean they can't? So was the criticism about the ballet commentary? It can't be real. Can we start punishing the genius? You got I see what he's saying. He's saying basically by stating a fact that ballet and opera are indeed declining.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That they're punishing him for it. And as I said, it's more about the fact that, that they took it as a shot that another artist is going after them when someone has that kind of voice. So the geniuses who tell you that wrestling isn't fake, they're probably doing it from, on the street. It's not someone huge out there. Like it's not another fellow wrestler going, I'm not paying attention to this guy who's doing the lucha wrestling. That they're not real athletes. That whole thing though they're doing it. It's, whatever it means. It's like someone inside the business taking a shot. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Lesty 266. When does the pump up the volume reaction drop? There's a whole thing about this last week, where I have a point of the photo of the thing, and one of the commenters was saying that unless I do a reaction of volume, I have to take the photo down. It's like you promote it, you got to do a reaction. And I was like, but she was like dead serious. It's like one of her favorite movies. If you don't do it, it means. And I was like, I don't think anybody will watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, Mike's movie madness. If Timothy wants to be a brand, he should take advice and have Kris Jenner run his campaigns. If he wants to be one of the greats with multiple Oscars, and he needs to reevaluate his decisions. I don't disagree with your comments.
I do. I wouldn't want Kris Jenner anywhere near my stuff.
No. But he's being facetious here. It's like,
okay.
I mean, what do you want to do? You want to be a brand? Or you want to be an actor? Like,
exactly.
You want to be a brand and have Kris Jenner run your campaigns and do that. Do you want to be one of the greats? Do you want to be an actor? And then stop running it like a brand. I think he's right.
But plenty of the greats have never won an Oscar. Hitchcock never won an Oscar. So those things you just never know. So I mean, Denis Villeneuve has not won one Oscar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest filmmakers ever.
That's crazy. Tronlin missed the Oscars last night. I watched AEW Revolution. Show was great. Hangman versus MJF Texas Deathmatch was insane. AEW has been cooking this year. I haven't heard bad things. I haven't heard good things. So I guess that's
I gotta watch it.
Have you been watching it?
No, man.
No,
I'm so out right now. I just watched the premium live events. I haven't watched any AEW, but I need to get into it because apparently it's good. Yeah, so I got to watch it.
This is why I don't say anything anymore.
What's wrong?
The whole thing in the member. Hold on, wait a minute. My comment wasn't a shot at you. He was talking to the
bullshit.
He was talking, no, I believe him. I think he was talking to the chat. I think he was talking to the chat. So I apologize.
Well, you should be specific. Then.
No, but it was like I'm also looking at the side of it in the middle of this conversation. I believe him.
Sure.
See, you don't believe anybody. You're
skeptical. No, I haven't for the rest of my whole life. I'll be skeptical.
You have been. All right, let's see. Next one here.
It's kept me alive.
49 so far. 49.
Hey.
Parker Haller 4738. Like Leo and Pacino, Chalamet will win an apology legacy Oscar for an okay performance instead of his actual best work. Love Michael B. Jordan, but he was the weakest of the five. I don't agree with that. Let's see the five.
Wow.
Give me the five. Give me the five in there. Yeah. Leo.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Stellan. No, Stellan was supporting.
Oh, is he supporting? Oh, sorry, you're right.
Oh my God. Foreign film as well.
Wagner Moura. Yes, Wagner Moura.
There's three. Who were the other two?
So Michael B. Jordan, Chalamet, DiCaprio, Wagner Moura, and Ethan Hawke for Blue.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say the weakest. No,
I would say DiCaprio was the weakest. I would say five.
See, I can't say that because I thought DiCaprio at one point should have won. He was so good in that role. I know. I don't think he was the weakest. I don't. I think he's pretty damn solid. I mean, he played two characters and two deserving, like real characters that like you believed all the way through. I'd say, I can't say that, but again, opinions. Johnny Patrizia, would 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles be viable for reaction? Potentially. The first one? Because I guarantee there's tons of people on my channel that haven't seen that. I know Winston's probably definitely seen it, but I guarantee there's tons of people who haven't seen it. Trey Porter, my mom was pointing out how Gwyneth Paltrow's cheeks look like they're popping out of her face. Oh, man. Like it wasn't normal looking. Christian, just asking, did you skip the cinematography award speech? No, that was Ryan Coogler's. That was Sinners. I did watch that one. I thought she was great, too. I actually really liked that speech. I thought she would. She was talking about how he was so encouraging, and she called him and said, like, or texted him, said thank you, and he's like, no, thank you, and she's like, he means it. Like I actually really loved that speech. So no, that's one of the ones that I actually didn't. I give each speech a little bit of a shot, and if they give me and if they hook me, I watch. She hooked me. There were quite a few that didn't.
Yeah. Well, everyone's on Ozempic. So in Hollywood, so if you see their faces, you see their bodies, they're all on Ozempic. There's
not everyone,
not new workout plans, not new,
I'll tell you who's not.
Trailer.
I'll tell you who's not.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to know who's aging beautifully and doesn't touch her damn face?
Who's that?
You say it, and you say it good. Julia Roberts, motherfucker. She don't touch herself. She is aging.
Well, I don't know if
naturally beautiful. Okay. Saw her in person. I was like, that's a woman. All right.
Oh.
So what did you say to me?
I said, wow. All I said was wow.
51. All right. Okay, let's see. Next
I gotta go soon. Let's go.
You go soon. You got 20 minutes, fool.
Yeah, as I'm saying, in 20 minutes, I gotta go.
We got it. Doug Developer 8850. If this is you're the one who showed up late, motherfucker.
I know you're right.
If this is a straight line, you got problems. What is that? Chilling. 1 minute later. I'm not gay. That's what you're saying. Hilarious. Penn. from Battle. Penn earned that Oscar. He was great. Great. He absolutely deserved that Oscar. Parker Haller. Great best picture run with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oppenheimer, Honora. What's OBAA again?
One Battle After Another.
Yes. No, wait. What's Everything Everywhere All at Once? Right. That one I got. And then never mind. I'm scared we'll all get a stinker best picture winner soon. I mean, the last few have been pretty damn good.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty damn good. Yeah. So no, I don't think we will. I think we're on a nice little run here, man.
Johnny Pachulia, when do we get a GoBots movie? Asking for a friend. I know that it was in the works.
Yeah,
I know it was in the works.
Let's see, if we gotta get Transformers off the ground and that He-Man. See how that does.
I know. Trey Porter thought it was funny how during the Sinners performance, Jack O'Connell as vampires tried to get on stage. And they were having it. That's one of my favorite musical bits.
Yeah,
maybe ever.
Yeah.
The fact that they got the cast involved, and not only did the cast get involved, they were having a blast.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I can't remember the Asian actress, but she was up there dancing in the middle of the stage.
She was so good. And Jack O'Connell showing up, and they're trying to get in there with his smile. Great. He's one of my
two people from the movie.
Yes.
The two, which was 100%. Great.
It was great. Yeah. It was absolutely great. That was excellent. That was excellent. Samasia 5. Support for Roka to win the week.
Hey, thank you very much.
Gina and Ronda looked great at that press conference as Nathan Drake. They did. Question is how they're going to look in the ring. We shall see. Matt Bull, do you think there's any reasonably good fighter that Rousey could have beaten the night she fought Nunes? She was not ready to be in the ring. She was not ready to be in the ring.
No.
She probably could have beaten a lower tier fighter that was a little not as strong. Like that's what there's no world they should have put her up against Nunes.
Yeah.
Her team did her a disservice by doing that and ultimately ruined her career, her MMA career by doing that. Yep. Her confidence wasn't ready for that. Arago 4512, Cameron, Scorsese, and PTA all won their first Oscar for directing with Leo starring. How crazy. Wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. Good luck, Trump. Nathan Drake, what's the budget on the Majors Daily Wire movie? That's also a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't think they even probably had that out there yet, that information. Ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's see. It's undisclosed, PLD says. So, okay. Arago, the early Oscar days when Billy Crystal used to host had the funniest skits, but now recently all seem to be terrible. I don't know, there were quite a few of them that were pretty good last night.
I thought that opening was as good as anything Billy did and at the height of his hosting.
There's some pretty good ones last night. Kate V, I'm ready for Zach Krager's Resident Evil. I am way more interested about Resident Evil because he's doing it than I ever have been about a Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
100%. Arago 4512. With the success of Sinners at the Oscars, do you think we're going to start seeing more potential horror movies get nominated? There's also it matters. It does matter as far as what teams are involved.
Yes,
Ryan Coogler has a lot of respect in the industry right now. Michael B. Jordan has a lot of respect in the industry. And you got to put together the right team, but it's possible. I think that it has opened the door for more original stuff to get eyes on it for sure.
It has to be artist. It has to have an artistic flair. It has to have artistry to it. And I'm not saying like, by the very definition of art, yes, you can make horror movies, but like there has to be an artistic angle, right? Guillermo del Toro took an artistic approach to Frankenstein. It's a commentary about generational trauma, commentary about father-son relationships. And when you look at Sinners, it's commentary about the white culture vampiring the black culture. And so it's got to have that extra level of thing for it to be considered for the Oscars. And I think more great artists are finding their way to horror to go and deliver their messages. So very positive.
Johnny Patriza. Speaking of Resident Evil, what's his push for Jensen Ackles to play Leon S. Kennedy? What is that? I don't know what that is. Totally down for it, but suspect it's nothing but fan casting like the Batman push. Do I know who's Leon S. Kennedy?
I don't know. I don't play Resident Evil, bro.
Oh, is that Resident Evil? I don't know enough about it, Johnny. I'm sorry. But I mean, I like Jensen Ackles, so I'd be up for it.
Yeah.
Luke Starkiller. Hey, Christian and John. I heard on Campia's show that Doomsday is not having any IMAX screenings at all, even when Dune 3 is finished. Are you hearing the same?
I've not heard that. I didn't know the last part. I didn't know that. I was nodding that it wasn't going to have any IMAX screens, but I didn't know it was after when Dune 3 is finished. I think
that's a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't heard about that. I mean, John usually has a good he has good ear on it, so he might that might very well be true. I think it's a mistake.
Yeah,
I think you got it. I think you have to. You have to do IMAX screenings if it's good and people want to add a little bit more buck. Go pal. No Aguero. What is that?
No Aguero. He's saying no more wars. In Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my point.
Okay,
here's my point. Look, this is a super chat inside of this. You want to put if that's what you want. If you want to spend your money and you want to do that. Okay, there you go. Nathan Drake. Come on, John. And I happen to agree with him, by the way. Nathan Drake. Come on, John. Blade 2 and Hellboy 2 are Del Toro's best. Easy. Hank Pym, how'd you all like Miss All Sunday? She's my favorite One Piece character in the anime. Also, Crocodile's my favorite villain. Joe played him perfect so far. I finished the whole series.
Okay.
Season 2, and I loved it more than I liked the first one. And I love the first season. Episode 7, dude, is one of the most emotional episodes of television I've watched in quite a long time.
Wow.
It's really good. It's really, I just put episode 7 reaction up today. But it's really good. The algorithm is not favoring my reactions this time around. This it did for season 1, but I couldn't give a shit. I love this show so much, and I'll be reacting to it as long as it's on the air. I love it.
Maybe more people are doing the reaction because of how well your reactions did. So you know how it is.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's pretty good. Errol Canazza. I 100% agree with you, Harloff. I watch the shows because I love movies. I talk about movies. That's why I don't watch award shows much anymore. It's just one of those things. Like I said, there's difference.
Yeah.
Someone like John, who's very much not only in the movie space, and like he said, he watches because he wants to know the process. He wants to hear these people that get their opportunities. He's paying attention. He does shows like the Hot Mic. He's in it, right? Plus, he's a political person, so he wants to hear thoughts on that kind of stuff, and that's his prerogative. I think that John would agree with me that the majority of people outside of certain aspects and bubbles don't tune in for the Oscars. Like the average person.
I agree. Yeah, not anymore.
That's
not
what I'm
anymore.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So that is, if you're looking for an entertaining side of it, it's why Amy Madigan, by the way, said she revealed a little bit of stuff. They told us not to go up there and thank a lot of people and everything too. That's a producer note.
Yep.
Of people going, we want people to stick around. You can't. The problem is you can't tell people not to do political stuff.
It's tough. Yeah,
you can't. Tough. Don't do political things. Well, it's gonna turn into the comment section. Oh, you're trying to silence me. I can't talk about this. I can't talk about that.
It'll come out.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
So it's tricky. Hank Pym. Was Madigan the first person to win an Oscar for a role that wasn't even advertised at all to be in the movie, not in the trailers or anything at all? Maybe it's a great point. Great point. I don't know the answer to that question, but Hank, it's phenomenal. It's a good one to do research on. Tim. Huge one for you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. That's huge. My personal social media feeds regularly the best picture winner last night of One Battle After Another over Sinners can be described as this: disappointment over Hollywood choosing what they believe is typical black portrayal over genuine black portrayal. Enjoy both still. What is? Let's see. My personal social media. You get what he's saying?
Basically, that's been the criticism for a lot of from some black critics, and I watched some of them over the weekend talking about how they felt that Tiana Taylor's portrayal in the movie is not how is kind of the standard typical way that black women are portrayed in some of these films, and so that's the safer portrayal for the general public. But then of course I would counter that
Jason Finity isn't
right, and Regina Hall isn't, and so they have different angles of how to play this whole thing. And so, but I understand the criticism certainly from a culture perspective of how they've been portrayed in many films. So I understand the criticism. I just think the film is it's so much more than that, and she has a fantastic ending. So
okay. Johnny Bachiza, what's your favorite One Piece episode? Right now it's 7 for sure. And 8 was pretty damn good too. Peter Kalenko, happy Monday, fellas. Oscars introduced casting a new category this year. Do you know if categories in prior years were retired? They need to award stuntmen, stunt coordination, unsung heroes. Yeah, I mean, those are good. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Stunts are coming in 2028, so that is going to be a new category in 2028. So they tried out big new casting last night. So
Lesty 266. Roka, what's the hurry? Where are you off to? Does he know?
I think he might know. Yeah.
Are you allowed to say? Or you know?
I can't speak about it, but it's something I haven't done in a long time, and I'm excited to do it. And do you think I should wear? Do you think I should break out the? Do you think I should wear the hat? Do you think I should break out the Ome or be myself?
I think it'd be nice for people.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna bring it, and if they let me do it, I'll do it. If not, then.
But the mask.
Yeah, maybe too.
That's old school
too.
That's old school. Should play the freaking theme song too. Peter Kalenko. I hope Jack O'Donnell sneaks in as Bond. He can do anything. He can do anything.
I think he's too small.
Yeah. All right. Armando, why didn't Daddy Chill vid get the best short film? I love that. Daddy Chill. Michael B. Jordan become a bankable star now? I think he is already Kingsport Cal, but I do think that it's more so about, it's not one of these things where like, well, Michael B. Jordan is a new movie, I gotta rush out to see it. It's like Michael B. Jordan's involved. This could be special depending on what the IP is as well.
Can we bring up PL? See, this is when you talk about people who are jealous of you know in the comments, right? PLD off to lose. PLD doesn't even get asked to be part of these things, and so it's a shame. That's where the jealousy comes out.
Do you know when PLD throws out a comment to you? Do you know what I look at?
What's that?
I picture him on a hill with a fishing rod, and he's throwing it into the river, waiting for the outlaw to bite.
That's funny because I picture him with 6 empty beer glasses around him and a stack of nachos, shoving his fat face in a bar. That's what I picture. But sure, you have your picture with the fish.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's see. We got a couple more here. 900 people watching, 64, pretty damn good. Okay. Do you think the Streisand's Redford usually was rough? She's older, man. Sad age. She's older for what she did. I mean, she got out there and did. No, I didn't think it was rough. I think it was just an older woman who was trying to do what she could do to support her friend.
Yeah. It's like saying your grandmother talking was a little rough.
I know.
Come on.
I understand that it was she doesn't have the same kind of pipe she did when she was 35 years old.
Hey, for a woman that age, she fucking nailed it. You heard McCartney lately? It's rough pumpkins.
Bad, yeah. I was never a big Beatles fan. Don't shoot me.
Okay.
The Little Yankee surprise support because I'm not fully awake yet. I worked PMs and missed everything last night. Oscars, NASCAR, NCAA, USA over DR. Knicks over the Golden State Warriors. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Little Yankee. And I'm glad that you got to catch up on all that stuff though. And you caught up to it and then some. So there you go. Jack Lewis, I think Chalamet is great, but he might benefit from making him scarce like Leo. Yeah, you only ever see him when he has his new project out. He seems to be getting a bit overexposed like J-Lo in the early 2010s. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes to these people. But what he has that a lot of these overexposed people don't have, and J-Lo also has it, is extreme talent.
Yeah,
and you have extreme talent, and Jennifer Lawrence did the same thing. She scaled back, and she knows it. She's publicly talked about it. She had extreme talent. She scaled back, came back, and people are like, "Oh, okay, she's back. That's cool." He's got to scale back, and because it's tough. Look, you love who you love. You go out with who you go with, and he. But
I disagree. I disagree. I think you should. Okay. I think you should keep putting himself out there. Wow. F the haters, man, because you got to do it. And plus, he's got multiple revenue streams. He's got commercials, brand names, and people like him. And I agree with him. What did he lose? The opera ballet people? Most regular people don't give a shit about that. And so they're going to support a kid who's cocky and believes in himself and delivers. So I think you should keep doing what he's doing. This is not a Pedro Pascal J-Law situation. He's been delivering with his performances. He's not in every movie. So
Battery, Roku, you remember your first date ever? Was he nice?
Yeah, your dad was very nice. Your dad was very nice. Especially when I slid it into him later. Yeah.
I knew
he was very nice. He took it. Yeah,
I think that was PLD in a different chat.
It looks like it was PLD in the Avatar. That looks like PLD in the Avatar for sure.
Tim L. Sim. When they finally do the best stunt work, Oscar, the first person to present it has to be Keanu Reeves. However, I think that you hope you have a great week too. But yes, I think that's a great choice.
I think Jackie Chan would be the one to present.
I don't think Tim would argue with you on that, but I think Keanu or them both. Both.
Maybe
together.
both. That would be
Both
great.
Together.
Yeah, Keanu and Jackie would be great.
And Pim, do you guys watch the new movie fights? It was great. I saw a lot of it.
Yeah. I think I saw it.
Yeah.
I think there's room for improvement. And I hope we'll see better episodes coming down. There was the first one back.
The first one back.
I think they tried it out.
People were interested.
Yeah, people were interested. Want to see if people are interested, then they're going to try it out a little bit better. Yeah, sure.
Sebastian, the outlaw dusting off the old cowboy hat at 316 is absolutely perfect timing. I mean,
that's a great point, dog.
Good point. Hank Pym, weird choice for the Oscar host that you'd like to see. I don't agree with Bibiani on much.
Oh, what did Bib say?
I thoroughly agree with his assessment that the Muppets should host the Oscars. I loved that situation.
No!
I hate to tell him that. I hate to tell him that, but I love the idea of the Muppets doing the whole entire thing.
That would be so stupid.
That would be so good.
And now for best international feature. No.
100%.
Stop making political speeches.
Right. Second to last. Trey Porter, I was asking my friend if Michael B. Jordan after the Oscar win is the undisputed biggest movie star in the world under 40 right now.
No.
I think he's in the conversation. I think Chalamet's in the conversation too, whether you like
Chalamet is, but Chalamet's got more. I think Chalamet has more on his resume
right
to
now
prove that than MBJ does. Because how much of that is MBJ? How much of that is Ryan Coogler? Right? With Black Panther, right? How much of that? So you have to ask these questions. Like
I'll give you a Margot Robbie on there. I'm just saying she's in the conversation when you look at things too. But I'm just saying, as far as the biggest movie star, are we talking actor or movie star? There's a difference.
Yeah, movie star is different. Movie star puts butts in seats.
Yeah. Now after the Oscar win, though, he's talking about. He's not talking about before. He's talking after the Oscar win.
Yeah.
That because it's
undisputed. I don't think it's undisputed.
I mean, he's in the conversation, Trey. He's in the conversation. I think that look, Ryan Gosling after next week. Oh, he's over 40. But yeah. So let's see. How old is Michael B. Jordan? Gotta be what, 30?
Best actors under 40. Timothy Chalamet. There's not that many, bro. That are getting
right. Movie stars, right?
Glenn Powell, but no one's going to his movie.
Jacob Elordi could get there eventually.
Elordi, Jack Quaid, sure.
Yeah.
Austin Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, but Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan are probably on the top. Gen X Kid, happy Funky Monday to y'all. Big congrats to Gerald Archipelago making history in her categories. No small feat. An inspiring way to kick off the week. Many blessings to you both. Thank you for being so wonderful each and every day here on the channel. And
first woman to ever win the cinematography.
She was. What a great conversation. What a great speech that was.
Yeah, it was. It was really sweet.
Johnny Patrizia, clip that Roca come back, Christian. I know. We should. Peter Kalenka, I will say, did you like the Saturday Night Live movie?
Yeah, Saturday night. Yeah, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
J.K. Simmons, Milton Berle, Chevy Chase scene is the best when he goes, he says, and he's like, you see this old dinosaur? If that guy underrated as Chevy Chase. He was so good as Chevy Chase.
Yes, it was. Yes,
so good. And he's like, and he says to Milton Berle as he's talking to Cindy Crawford's daughter, and he's like, you see this old fossil used to be this, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, if you're looking for a comeback, you got to go back and scrape it off your mom's teeth or whatever he says.
That was amazing.
So
yeah,
so good. Okay, let's see.
Corey Michael Smith. He was great.
You left here.
Okay.
Okay. Peter Kalenka, I'd love to see Roca as Arlie Emery from Full Metal Jacket dressing down haters. Yeah.
Watch my live streams.
I'm sure. Francisco Lopez. Hey guys, have a great Sunday night. I watched Oscars, AEW Revolution, and the World Baseball Classic all at the same time. That is a good. Wow. Really good.
How many TVs you got, kid? Jesus.
Gen X Kid. Conan's humor doesn't always land for me, and those presenter bits can feel like they drag on forever. Jimmy Kimmel's presentation was funniest. His was good though. His was good.
Yeah.
All right, John, 72. 72.
Wow,
pretty good. That's pretty good.
72. Thank you all so much.
All right, you're off to you should absolutely have them play that music, by the way. I'll send you the theme song. All right, looking forward to when you can announce what the hell it is. And anything else you want to tell the kids before you
please head on over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Roca Says. As Kristen said, I had my live reaction to the Oscars. I did put some time codes up on that, so if you want to watch my actual reaction to some of the winners, it is up there for you all to watch. Of course, later on this week, we're going to have Tomorrow Spill the Tequila, a hot mic with me and Jeff. We'll definitely have some post-Oscars conversation. Maybe we'll even do something tomorrow or today, later on when I get back home. We've also got Geek Buddies coming up. We'll have conversations on that and my reactions and reviews, and I'll put out my Project Hail Mary review this week as well. So please come and join me there. Thank you, Christian. Oh, no, don't put that guy in. Talk about before and after. Talk about before and after, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no, you said, oh, no. All right, get out of here.
All right, peace.
All right, bye. He says, oh, no, as a BLT. Christian Unpronounceable, come join the Discord. Please do. They're crushing it right now. Go on over there. Joshua Gonzalez is one part of the Oscars bothered me. One winner was right about to say thank you with note in hand, and they cut him off. Yeah, the cutting off is always a problem. It's always a problem when they do that, and they give certain stars longer time. Look, the whole thing's politics, man. The whole thing is, in a certain aspect, it sucks. It's frustrating. All right, thank you guys for being here. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. Thank you for the early show here today. Thanks for being here for the early show. We'll be back tomorrow with, I think Roxy's on tomorrow. I don't think Mike's not on tomorrow. So Roxy on tomorrow. Wednesday, Kevin Smet's going to join the show. We'll be excited. Thursday, Steph will be here. Friday will be Capes. Looking to do some changes and switches up, not for a little bit, but we're working on it. I'm going to run it by you guys and tell you kind of what we're thinking about before we do it. But for now, things are the same. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the flip side. Thank you very much. See you real soon. Hit that button for the sponsors too. Yeah, please.
Please.
Did you shit in there?